Good morning, everyone. My name is Ohyirafour Sengo on Facebook. I'm actually Ohyirafour Kwesi Opon. I was born Kwesi Opon, but I go by Ohyirafour. That's the pen name I used for my music, for my writings, for everything else that I do that is not, legal stuff that requires my legal name, Kwesi Opon, or other things related to that. This morning, I chanced on a video by Ntokwahene and a response from a guy who goes by Frafra DJ. It was in regards to oil prices in Ghana. And, let me tell you something. I love Ghana. I'm Ghanaian. I love this country. That was where I was born. I lived there 18 years of my life before I traveled to the US. And I've lived in the US for a total of about 20 years, some of which I have been coming to Ghana and traveling to other places. Overall, I will say Ghana will grow. Ghana will grow. In Ghana, we have two evils when it comes to political parties. We have two major evils, the MPP and the NDC. These devils have been the catalyst of Ghana's retrogression and Ghana's progression. They are responsible for all the bad things in Ghana, and you can say to some effect, they are also responsible for some of the good things in Ghana. Since 1982, MPP and NDC have been alternating in terms of governance. Between 1992 and 2000, J.J. Rawlings, who was leader of the country from 1979 to 1981, when he handed over to Hilary Liman, and Hilary Liman took over, JJ after 79 with the AFRC handed over to Hilary Liman, and Dr. Hilary Liman took over for a period of I think 2 years. JJ came again in 1981 with the PNDC, and after revolution led the country for a period of about 11 years before he put Ghana into a democratic rule in 1992 after a constitution was written, the 1992 constitution, which in so many respects needs to go through several amendments. There was a constitutional review sometime last year. They were looking at how the constitution of Ghana can be revamped, and I don't know where that one has gotten into, but that's what happens in Ghana. Most things we start, we don't finish. Most things we start, we don't really do a good job with what we are doing. It's like basically we do it because we are doing it. That's Ghanaians. We talk too much, we don't do much. We talk too much, we don't do much. We talk too much. Kasa. Everything, most things about Ghana, kasa. Kasa, no action. And in some cases, that's what I'm doing too. I'm just talking. Have I been given the privilege to act? No. Will I be given the privilege to act? Maybe not in my lifetime. But I'm going to be talking because, if we keep quiet, these two evils, MPP and NDC, they will mess up the country. If we keep quiet, these two evils, the MPP and NDC, they will mess up the country. Right now, it's NDC that's ruling. Many people are thinking they are doing a good job. It's fine. It's fine. Everything will go down at some point because that's what happens. If you look at how these major evils govern, they usually start well and then there is a downhill before the end. That's what happens. 1992 to 2000, J.J. Rawlings. 2001 to 2008, Kufuor. 2008 to 2012, Atta Mills, and then he died. Unfortunately, June 2012, Mahama took over as vice. Mahama, after a short campaign, becomes president in 2013 to 2016. He leaves office. Akufo-Addo takes over, runs one of the most terrible administrations in the history of Ghana from 2017 to 2024. And then Mahama takes over again in 2025. And now his term should come over in 2028. We don't know what will happen in 2028. Whoever takes over in 2028 will also have a chance to rule. And Ghana has been like this. These two guys, Ntokwahene and Frafra DJ, if you go to look at their profile, I don't know them. I am not going to talk about them. I don't care about them. I don't care about them. In fact, if I wake up tomorrow and these guys are no more on the planet Earth, they've been moved to Jupiter, nothing will happen to me. My name is Ohyirafour. I don't care about these guys. But the stuff that they are talking about is something that I think we should look at in detail. Ntokwa was mentioning something to the effect of the oil prices that they reduced, it's now higher. When the oil prices that, Mahama came to inherit and was saying it was too high, now it is higher. And he was talking about the fact that NDC bloggers are not talking about the fact that the oil prices have gone up. I don't know the oil price in Ghana. In fact, when I was in Ghana, I didn't even drive. So if it was high or not, I didn't know. I was in Ghana from February to up April. If the oil prices were high, I wouldn't know because I wasn't driving. My friend whom I went to school with and is also my business partner, he was driving most of the time. I knew that the prices were not cheap because when we were at the gas station and we traveled, we bought a lot of gas. That one I can say. Now he's saying the price is even higher. But what is the situation of oil and gas in Ghana? That's what we need to talk about. We don't need to talk about what MPP is doing, what NDC is doing. We don't need to talk about those things because at the end of the day, everybody in Ghana, if you have a car, if you are using transportation in the form of a car and you need oil, you are going to suffer. If the oil price is high, it's not MPP people who will suffer. It's not NDC people who will suffer. So throw away all the stupid things about MPP has done this, NDC has done this, and let's talk about the oil and gas situation in Ghana. That is how you progress as a nation. You don't come and talk about an NDC say, MPP say, and MPP say, NDC say. That is all bullshit. That is all bullshit. And excuse my French, that is all bullshit. These guys, they are bloggers, they talk, they are communicators, they come and talk a lot. And then, party people will send them money to buy credit. Sometimes they send them more money, they will build a house here and there, and they think they are doing a good job. But at the end, Ghana suffers. Ghana as a country suffers. So, me, I don't work for MPP, I don't work for NDC. None of these parties give me money. I don't take money from any of them. So I'm going to tell you what the oil situation in Ghana is. After research. And you can do more research after this. In Ghana, oil consumption is around 83,000 to 102,000 barrels a day. That is from the GhanaEconomy.com. GhanaEconomy.com. And their research it's little research around 2014, meaning it's probably increased, but there is no research to that effect. So we will take the 83 to 102. We will take that one. Ghana GlobalEconomy.com. 83,000 to 102 barrels per stream a day, right? That's how much Ghana consumes. And then we are able to produce crude oil. We're able to produce crude oil about 172,000 to 200,000 barrels a day. Numbers if Ghana. What we are producing is how much we are producing is more than how much we are consuming. Kifiva Ghana. But again, the crude oil we are producing now, we cannot use in its crude state. What we end up doing is we send the oil to another country to refine the oil, and after the oil has been refined, they come and sell it to us. That is what we do. Your crude oil now, we don't have capacity to refine it. So we send the crude oil to another country, or we sell it to them. Crude oil, barrels 200,000, 172,000. Now, producing in a day. We sell it to them, and then they will refine it and come and sell it to us. Oh, then I went to the research says that Kwame Nkrumah, my Kwame Nkrumah. The Nkrumah, he is, young Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah in 1963 thought about this and built the Tema Oil Refinery. 1963, Kwame Nkrumah built the Tema Oil Refinery. Nkrumah built the Tema Oil Refinery, from 1963 to 1995. Capacity of Tema Oil Refinery, Tema Oil Refinery to refine crude oil at Tema Oil Refinery to refine 28,000 barrels per stream a day. Nkrumah built it that I don't know. Over you as a group over there. The concept in that country friend Ghana no bro no mudino agro mudino into Kwame Nkrumah built the Tema Oil Refinery in 1963 no ever since 1995 Tema Oil Refinery to me refining crude oil 28,000 barrels a day from 1996 ever since 2026 that's a period of 30 years so wakwala kasi say ono ekota ikese ama say wawo or your bank wawo me kwabese miensa between 1996 and 2026 no Ghana capacity no increasing from 28,000 to 45,000 28,000 to 45,000 barrels a day. That is crude oil that we are refining to usable oil. You're refining crude oil, your friend no refined oil. Refined oil no asie no once you will filter it and it will residue. Omo yes science dey observe you omo confused. But why science are you confused? The only way you confused. Usia dia umfa dia usia ne serious. Filter it no oil abitimi use. Residue no so bibia abitimi use. Enti Ghana kra no unim say Nkrumah built the Tema Oil Refinery in 1963 no. It took more than 40 years, almost 40 years. 2002 November under Ohyirafour government, and the Timi built what you call RFCC. What is RFCC? RFCC near there. Residual fluid catalytic cracking unit. Sa Tema Oil Refinery na just CDU nkwa. CDU na there. Crude distillation unit. And only crude oil on a distilled refined oil na itimi use the good petroleum I don't know. And na 2002 this one na Ghana Kofu Aban na Ghana that time Jesus what I say Jesus 2 now omo year November and omo year RFCC that is the residue fluid catalytic cracking unit and on there na ye a honum na residue no the oil na ya shim no ya filtrate na residue na you be say crude oil no efine wase no sa residue yes how the product be brave and no yes sa unit no so and no adwuma say e be produce bibia wetim dia produce e be say kerosene sa ne manema no nti na ya say Ghana yin 83,000 consumption units in Yoko turning in from Abuchi. Bruni the only how be out. What fending now from the war on the road in Sika. It's time Biana Ghana Modica. Makaya Bratira was a Mahama Odi Kano. Also, they are popular in Tisana, are good. Which me I can Mahama Odi and Ka. Ghana for ye the car. I came in Yajuma into the car. And at the moment you start talking about like this, no be account with pardon dinner and say now almost the mental problems, mental health issue, why they don't them. But the message now they won't listen. They won't listen. Nasa X will say Obia utmi to crude oil 200,000 barrels per day. E wo mono. E wo senka what dwenye adwuma utmi expand o refinery no. Now, what me making sure say at least 100 half of it there, 100,000 barrels with there. What you not refining? But yen Ghana for, Jenya Diani die. Sebio adwina nya adwumaninti. And I'm not referring to MPP. I'm not referring to NDC. I'm referring to Ghana for you now. Mr. Make question for me count. Ya adwina nya adwumaninti no. You took crude oil 200,000 barrels a day no. They are cotton. Yakoton ebia $55 per barrel. Yakoton near Giscano. Near the Yakoto refined oil. You could tell if you are top from Russia, if you are top from Ukraine, if you are top from Iran, and Iraq, and UAE. You are top. You are top 78 to the car 23. Oh, what I did 55, and what got 78, and 68, or the car 13. Into Bagana now be top oil. O top Ghana now top oil you swap. Never be eating. Never be eating. Meanwhile, Nyankopon ni nyansem no amount oil. The amount oil. And 2 MPP ni awo NDC ni now brag about Tema Oil Refinery, Mahama Aristatia. Hey, jai bragging no. Madwini nya adwuma. Madwini nya adwuma. O MPP ni na se o te se Kufuor aban in 2017 almost shut down operations are. Madwini adwuma. Ask yourself, why did they shut down operations? Why did they shut down operations? Madwini nya adwuma. No we are creating jobs 3,000. 3,000 in tier. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Tema Oil Refinery. No, the argument. Adwini nya adwuma. Inti na dream no ye creating jobs in tier. But are you running at a loss or you are running just inefficiency? And in Ghana, I will tell you, inefficiency, loss of operations. Operational cost no a loss on kwa a carbon kwa niebo. A carbon kwa niebo. A carbon kwa. It is also share the challenges of the Tema Oil Refinery. They say the oil refineries in Biabeka send two nominee. But I'm focusing on Tema Oil Refinery. 45,000 barrels per day. 45,000. Me Johnson. Except my shot said, maybe because I'm a Johnson. Me to say business and Casano said you, Nasan Maka. No, I mean to me to say. You got some Johnson. If you have 45 barrels to meet me at Johnson in my lifetime, now I meet Johnson, but me they can't say. Dangote Nkwa. 1 man, Dangote, Uko Leki. Nigeria, Lagos State, Lekia, Dangote Nkwa, 650,000 barrels per day. Lekki, Dangote Nkwa, on your country. Dangote is not a country. Dangote is a private man who owns a business. But Timia build it. A Dangote refinery or refining crude oil 650,000 capacity a day. Dangote Nkwa. Ghana 45,000. Mudi jamonu ya politics. Ebu efum. Ya dwene nyadwuma. Ya dwene enyadwuma. Yen kano krenche damfo na damfo nu nyansa. Adwene nya adwuma. Dangote after 650,000 capacity a day no or say and only from the management or say he's looking at refining 700,000 in the next few years. Ghana 40 from 1996 to 2025 Mahama restarting operations at Tema Oil Refinery no. You're refining 45,000. Between 1963 and Kroma cooperative Tema Oil Refinery, everything in 35, near 28,000. If you obviously a 28,000 to 45, 17,000 I become 17,000 and I become after 63 years. After 63 years, Tema Oil Refinery enya 63 years. After 63 years, capacity no 45,000. And no crano me say go and read the history. Shutdowns won't be prepared, and nobody say ja to her. Nobody say you see the far more ja into more light into omo cattle operations. Nobody you say see omuniska omdi tietia omuka. Nobody you say Ghana Commercial Bank omo de ka Ghana Commercial say pasasa munkwa. As a money been bien ho. Pasasa munkwa. As a money been bien ho. Pasasa munkwa. As a money been bien ho. As a nipa bi ne ho no ma omo ye adwuma. Tema Oil Refinery. Pasyasemunkwa ena wotie. Pasyasemunkwa ena wotie. Enso Ghana ewo NPA. Yo NPA. na MP ene mwa kra ne guho no mo a enka se biu enka ye problem we ensi o Ghana. Say me say last 2-3 days me kasa about flooding in Ghana. Hey, let me tell you something. E mo no mo wiase no. They are, even though they are animals, they reason. Omo reason. Enti omo tina baby no mu se problem we no ho no ma. They adjust. E money adjust it. E money adjust you. Okay? So I think the year was 2005. 2005. There was a tsunami in Indonesia, side of BFI, Japan. There was a tsunami. Almost say about 2 weeks to the event. And one day, migrate. And one day, migrate you. Do na no migrate. Na that's an issue. That's an issue. Na tsunami. And one who said there is a tsunami. Their senses and their instincts told them a tsunami is coming. Into I migrate here. Now that's a awadene nipa awadene well who's tsunami ba e ma tsunami pum 2005 that about tsunami na ba go and do the research China Ghana tie hey me from time I know yakala Kumasi Accra road ye yinwi from time one me yakala me ba Accra e ma nsuo bo me flooding in Accra. And me 38 years. There is always flooding in Accra. June, July, there will be flooding in Accra again. Your president was asked questions when he was in Europe. He was asked questions about the flooding in Accra. I'm not NPP. I'm not NDC. I'm a Ghanaian. Me say Ghana ni onyene. Ghana ni wonya dobedie, no nya dobenom, no nya obebi dino, na wonya baby da. The problem we be asking na solve. Only how bia is so bona no a pair baby agina nin so na pair wie no a pair baby akotena iso ni gira na fan nam ni the dan call na fan business call na fa hey Ghana now di agro Ghana now di agro omo special people and kasa Ghana for omo special people na Ghana na aban it midterms can no dia move say Kevin Taylor. Meanwhile, your hospital beds. You pay hospital beds. Major hospitals. Accra yenibi. Kumasi yenibi. Major regions yenibi. Now, prayer terms cannot be Kevin Taylor. Now, politicians at terms cannot be Agrada. That is Ghana for you. That's it. Sa on my Ghana no. Sa no mo ye ho. And before we see so asa no mo ye ho terms cannot be japo obi o twa movie nyam sika terms cannot be amano no ye politics e japo twa movie bo agenda ye politics kra woni bi me na me catch me say agenda ye politics japo oni bi na die ne se waka me asere kwadon cancel the win on your politician. Just get na yensre and politics na agenda politics wouldn't be the whole country me you twin yadwa me say jempe negotiator ba ko pe a obetimi akon negotiate on behalf of Ghana ama ye dia branch no obedi ye ma twitwa videos no obedi ye ma be twitwa videos this is sometime last year obedi ye ma twitwa videos no ye ko fa ne mra ye nya bi the whole Ghana ye nya bi ye di negotiators Ghana ni negotiators o. Hey, kasa bibia in the country is kasa. Omo kasa of MPP ni and this ni bon so met radio show so Captain Smart radio show so no be the sa no masore ko omo kwa no omo Captain Smart no e kwa bon so monye ska bi na ba question ska na su no mache no madi pasasem sa na afina ba wiye 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 na 4 years na akoto aba omo so problem bia. Almost no problem bia udi ekira obi nya akomayare. In every facet of the Ghanaian life there is a problem. Problem is Dawson. The Ghanaian young person will be to school. Madam Fadjo Abrago me so watch it. Ghanaian young person be didn't walk to school. School. UCC we wie ma me tre school fees a we tuatua e wo wi ase nyina Legon we wie Ken University we wie kwakoye national service 1 year eno no be unso wote Kumase ne na koto Zabzugu yes won koye national service no koye national service go Zabzugu ko high dine Zabzugu kasa no wonte or the brofo be kasa a kire Zabzugu fo na eto bi kwa o nso nte brofo basana ye ne ma te say o man wo te say o hwe ne bia ye ntiase adenti na nipa na o te Kumase no ye ma no nye service no original o timu a o nya so be high dine woni ma me tia on tan ma me nchen oni di ofie o nya so be high dine na chiminti ya tam no ko wale kasa e kana wale wonte na wakwatna wale for 1 year ofiri Kumase akwatna wale for 1 year omrana na chi nyina papai. Meanwhile, there is someone from Wale who knows the terrain in Wale, who has a house in Wale. Ye manin koye ye manin tina Wale ho ye manin ne de ono so aba Kumase on de oba affirmative you wan action ntino ono wote brofo kakra nti oba we okay to be brofo e wo south ha but do free south airport won ti o mo kasa no brofo no ho aka o ka no mo ntiase a ntina say we videos ni bia bon so say oka asem na akra na ka the same thing a kire no oka na akra na ka the same thing oka brofo na akra na ka the same thing a kire no o say be yire o because you know communication no enya adwuma communication enya adwuma nti what the actions wonim nso wadane deaf by or the sign language and the kwala na de be we need a structural change. So you need structural change. You be diagrosa. Na bruni share you say Jimmy you say no. O say that is a go for sa. So you are na pewo busa. Omo komonim da say ya na pewo. And in Nkrumah and some of the founding fathers now no wo agent kese no mo pese Ghana ye no. They'll be looking from their grave and they'll be saying, Ghana ni. Hey, Jane Gold Coast I bet 2 years. Yes, say din Ghana enu ni. Ni ba ku timi ya $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. So they got to revolve or don't them what to be that. Revolve Odona. Yeah, the $2 million at Odona and ye. Sisi la pada to etiase. Didn't know the full sankwine. Didn't know or the $2 million at Riverdon name. Ekufado anyeshe. That is Ghana for you. That is Ghana for you. Corruption, bribery. Say nyema wo na wo na wo dwen se we papa no kra me se do ko se wa wanso I so be bokro no. Also bokro because the mentality of the people krono. Enti leader be balance or be calm about discipline or be calm about say yen say ya adwin say payentie yen toba man ma because as a people we are indisciplined. As a people we Ghana and you diagro Ghana omanya ye soon about ye soon of flooding ho en so tonso a ne say yi ball and ne dia be gunsuo dim ne dia sigata no kwan Ghana Bonsema Ghana for hey Ghana Bonsema Ghana for me you shall for me must be see hanum say make catch say hey we are joking as a country when it comes to the oil and gas sector. We say yes we OMCs oil marketing companies akrono kwa na ekoso krono na will be a boss chairman we OMC one positions ready the titles there and no one is just krono kwa na ekoso krono kwa all at the expense of Ghana. Enti ye mompaye media debia media ne say ye mompaye for a leader bi obeba o wa adwene na wonim nyansa be pray say obehwe the inefficiencies e wo system nim no up create systems ye de be so inefficiencies na no kwan. I don't see it in NDC, I don't see it in MPP. Maybe I'll tell you the truth. I don't see it in NDC, I don't see it in MPP because omo ya kromfo. These two evils, omo na ya kromfo. From how they have shown us since 1982, ever see 2006, 26, say a period of about 34 years, I bet ended 2028, Muhammad 10 year ended, period of 36 years, prove say, for. They are structural thieves. Jessica structurally. Jessica at the expense of the Ghanaian people. Na Ghana for no muni na ho. Na dako muni ma adwen se mon toba ma NDP mon toba ma NDC. No be pay a third option bia o Kenya sasem. No ma toba ma no. Na system no fufuri bia sesa aba. Mi be sia unya kwan na wutie na wo question na wo ato ase. Mi di Ohyirafour. Me ankasa de, Ohyirafour no nye din am de wo Facebook no. Facebook me use record single. Page when I may hear me live no. Me wo page ankasa ho. I friend motivations with Ohyirafour. But followers ni nuru 100 intimi live ho. So wutie we na person oboa me a. Look for motivations with Ohyirafour page no. Become a follower. Na yintimi nya 100 no. Na afi be the live ni na be fa honom na aba. Live ni na be fa honom na aba. Ye won every be sia. Most of the time me ba no manka Bible mu asem religion enema bia edi yenya e wo se hu na ye jai se edi yenya no we Ghana ni na tot na sorry them sa na wo twi na atwa sorry them man fa so bia ni so me kan kwepa nyankopon kra wo mpesa ba unim osofo no mu adwen se wo se wo yesa mi ho ano no ne bat school ti asofo no ma yeye e na mo ampa sorry no mu nyina ehia mo mu nwene na mu nyai sa ejimi no be boa mo obi so Ohyirafour the party the deal man kama na anya oya unyai ti me kama na yoya munene na munyai sa ejimi no shout Ohyirafour me yenyom my latest song if any kumba me release on May 22nd, which was my birthday. Me release on May 22nd is for the World Cup into nya kwan na ko YouTuber me channel na ho ne Ruler Multimedia YouTube bo me di Ohyirafour na menyom ni na beba me inspiration ho no all the music streaming platforms and so na minimum no pipi bia obinya no na me shira mo no kam ho bia mu bia ye be sia no say bye bye ni wo